This episode of The General's Gentleman is sponsored by Ashes of the Singularity. Take control of epic battles in a massive scale RTS where you control thousands of units. With up to 14 players per game, it's the biggest RTS to date.
Welcome to The General's Gentleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. Hopefully you enjoyed the little ad that played. If you didn't watch our vlog, we are now sponsored by Stardock, which is very exciting.
It's more than cool, Machine. I would call it super cool myself. It is a very good thing. We do have Razor spawning in as our China Infantry on Tournament Desert. Because that's the only map that the General Gentleman cast anymore. Or at least it seems like it.
Ringo is going to be, Ringo was China Vanilla and Razor is the Infantry. So, yeah, TD, China Mirror, always up for a good time. This replay was sent in, so thank you to the mysterious man that sent it in, who I'm keeping anonymous for the sake of not spoiling it to Blake, because whoever sends it in is generally
always the person who wins.
95% of the time,
with the exception of replays by the Machine and a couple of other super cool people. So yeah, you can tell a person's caliber by whether they send in a replay of themselves losing.
I actually want to make kind of a vlog about this because it really annoys me when people even send me replays and they're like, hey, here's a replay. It's a really cool best of 7 series. I won 4-3. And it's like, why? Why did you tell me that you won this series? Even if it's obvious, don't tell me the exact score in the series. But anyway, moving on, we do have Ringo going for that airfield.
Churning out tank hunters for days, Machine. Extremely busy barracks that we've seen. Bunkers on both flanks, in addition to what we can only assume is going to be a helix coming out, though. MiGs are fantastic against outposts, so yeah, we'll actually be MiGs.
Oh yeah, not a helix. I was gonna say helix could be quite deadly against the outpost, the assault troop callers, just the minigunners mixed in. But MiGs very powerful. 2 MiGs will take out an outpost. It can be hard to open with them because if there's just overwhelming numbers, you can just lose your airfield. But I like how he's actually holding on here. He has bunkers. So what this means is that it's going to be very hard for Razor to actually fully attack and then to put pressure on this airfield. And if it kind of draws out as a stalemate game, then the MiGs will definitely win and they'll just be able to fly around picking off outposts.
Certainly does force a change in Razor's playstyle, and we can see that already. He's evacuating tank hunters, putting them inside garrisons. He doesn't want to just flat out lose them to MiGs by pushing in, which he certainly can do, and it works out well against China's playstyle, which is generally quite slow at the start. Just kind of roll the outpost forward and then go from there. So early evacs, I'm loving that.
Focusing down the barracks. Okay, but here come the MiGs. Yeah, well, so almost got the barracks though. That was close. That would have been nice to get that one down, especially because you really want to have RPGs against a lot of outposts. What the dream is here for Razor is to get a lot of minigunners and then spread them out and then just focus down the MiGs as they fly over, especially if you can try and punish the airfield, because the middle is a little bit exposed here. It's just the sides that are defended. Yeah,
continually using these outposts and just pushing them forward, abusing the MiGs reload, which they're not actually going for anything yet, and he's going to cost Ringo his power, actually. I really do love, but this is really the point where assault troop crawlers can start coming out, and they are incredibly potent. You get an assault troop crawler anywhere near an airfield, and you're in for a good time.
Yeah, we have a Gatling tank. There's a lot of RPGs though, so he has to be careful against that. Rebuilding the power plant, and actually Razor looking to go for some denies on the MiGs. Very close to the airfield. He can't actually fire them. He needs to swoop around first. Gatling tank does go down. There's the RPGs.
MiG with a perfect turnaround, manages to secure one here, but a few of them are going to be landing, and there are several RPGs inside of this outpost. If it survives the gap, which it does, ends up going down to the tank hunters, however, and we don't see a proper evac coming out from Razor, so the MiGs will survive, only one of them going down.
Still, Razor's pretty aggressive here. There's a lot of outposts.
Charge!
A lot of them are empty, so it may actually bait out the MiG shells. He has to try and work out which ones are full of RPGs and which ones are not, and make these MiG strikes count. Pretty good targeting so far. I think this one's full, but that's it. Oh, fantastic.
Nice play coming in there from Ringo. Perfect pickoffs with these MiGs, and the engagement wasn't close enough to the airfield to force the MiGs to turn around. They flew straight off the airfield and demolished those outposts. Now looking for the scout post, finds one of them. Gonna find the other one as well. Ringo is playing on point.
Yeah, nicely played so far. Do we have any tech for Razor? No. Just that third supply, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand getting in this mindset. I too love spamming these attack outposts, but it's probably beneficial to start transitioning into some assault troop crawlers or just mixing in minigunners as well against this many MiGs.
Well, if you don't like spamming outposts, you're playing the wrong faction.
Yeah.
There's only really two ways to play Chun Inf. It's basically outpost spam or 3-4 barracks infantry spam. And that's pretty map dependent. There's a firestorm though. Oh, it burns his own infantry. I believe those two were his own. Just the one airfield so far. So I wonder, how does Ringo transition here? Does he go for a prop center to go for the Lotus to cap? Get some ECMs out? Or does he go second airfield? Okay.
Wow, okay, yeah, bold choice. I certainly would have agreed with the first option, especially, again, given how Razor seems incapable of building minigunners. It would be an idea to get the ECMs out from that prop tech, but hey, this could work out too. More MiGs potentially going to be on the field here, and Ringo, from memory, has pretty damn excellent MiG micro. We've already seen excellent MiG micro this game.
Yeah, there's the Firestorm once again, and there's a decent army of RPGs and the Gatling tanks, so these individual outposts can't just sneak through. That being said though, Razor has a third supply and he has a Gatling cannon, and now even an assault troop crawler. I really like this. It's going to be hard for the MiGs to attack through the garrisons, through the Gatling cannons, and if he doesn't punish this, it could be just a better economy for Razor.
Certainly agree with that, Machine. Ringo playing smart, pulls back with his tank under Gat army, ensures they're in the perfect position to find an engagement while the MiGs swoop in and try and look for some denies.
Gatling cannons cleaning up these minigunners.
Yeah, this is just not good engagements, Machine. Ringo is playing this absolutely perfectly, even goes for the mines as well. Extra defense onto this airfield to prevent anything from sneaking in.
He lost one MiG and that was it.
He's lost 2 MiGs this game.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's it. It's pretty damn impressive.
The only thing that Razor seems to be vulnerable to is a Lotus sneaking through and capping the airfield. There's no detection, there's no outpost mixed in, there isn't a Gatling cannon or anything, so this game could change very quickly if all those MiGs are forced to get destroyed when it's sold. However, there's a second airfield though, and so I think that's the plan. He doesn't actually want to get more MiGs, he just wants to have that safety net. Yeah,
precisely, Machine. And airfields certainly aren't expensive, so it's pretty obvious that's what we see Ringo going for here. He hasn't actually produced anything from the second airfield, no MiGs, no helixes. It's a backup, and we certainly are approaching the 3 command points stage, so 3 generals points stage. Which game are we even playing? 3 generals point stage, so arty strikes are going to be a thing, carpet bombs are going to be a thing, and these MiGs are going to need some mobility in terms of where they can land, because that first airfield won't necessarily last.
Rebuilding the Gatling cannons, he needs to have some more anti-air nearby. We're going to have some Gatling tanks and the RPGs pushing up as well. This could be a dozer going down here, but he has a CC. Just more fantastic engagements here for Ringo, but if the MiGs actually attack the outpost, they will fly past the Gatling and this assault troop crawler, so that could go very badly.
Certainly seems like a good setup for Razor. Does force at least a transition out of Ringo's current unit composition. MiGs can't fly over Gatling cannons, and Ringo needs some way to force his way onto this third supply, otherwise it's just going to be mined out and we're going to see Razor ahead on economy.
Oh, he gets both the trucks as well with that Firestorm. Has the Blake Napalm upgrade, so it's going to be extra powerful. And look, it's the Triforce of Gatling cannons with an assault troop crawler in the middle. This is the Bermuda Triangle for MiGs. They will get lost if they fly over this.
They certainly will, Machine. They will not be coming back.
Nice firewall.
It's how Amelia Earhart really went down, dude. She flew over 3 Gatling cannons and an assault troop crawler. No chance of surviving that, and nice firewall there as well. Fantastic engagement for Razor.
Wasn't she in Doctor Who?
Amelia? Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not a big Doctor Who fan. I don't know if that's a bad thing.
The term is
being
Whovian,
a Doctor. Sorry?
The term is Whovian.
Oh, okay. Is that a bad thing, not being a Whovian on the internet, or?
I don't know, actually. I don't know if it's like a cool thing or if it's like you're a weird kind of weeboo. I don't know. I'm not really a Woovian myself or whatever the hell it is. I'm like 3 or 4 seasons behind. I mean, I haven't got past Matt Smith, but I've kind of been meaning to, but I don't know. I haven't really cared too much. Carpet Bomb does come through, takes the supply down, and the Artie Strike
doesn't take down the supply.
Oh, yeah, the supply, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It was off the mark. This is why you place your artillery strike directly over a supply and don't try and get greedy and get trucks with it, because, yeah, that can happen. MiG strike's coming in, and it's 4 MiGs now. I was wondering where all the cash was going for Ringo. I was going to ask. I need not ask anymore. Going for the firestorms on the Gatling cannons. You're really triggered right now, aren't you, Machine? I can see it. I can see your trigger.
I bet Razor wishes he was USA and that his buildings would self-repair. The speaker tower, it repairs vehicles, but it doesn't repair the buildings, unfortunately. So definitely needs to get a dozer out to repair these, especially with that Gatling cannon as well. We'll go down pretty easily. I hit an Artie Strike now. This time it's Razor's Artie Strike. Oh, that's gone now.
MiG's going to be fine. See Ringo time his MiG strike to perfection and lands just as the Artie Strike gets finished. So
he killed 1 MiG, and I assume a Carpet Bomb took out the other airfield. So he's lost a decent number of MiGs now. He's lost, I think, 5 just recently on top of the ones he lost earlier. So starting to feel a bit of the pressure. However, there is an oil cap here, and the left hasn't been captured yet. So Razor leaving that one. Does have his prop center now, so I do expect to see the Lotus coming out soon to cap that.
Yeah, hasn't had a lot of cash in the bank. Hang on. Do those MiGs just come back? Where are those MiGs from, Machine? Are they from... Yeah, they are from the second airfield, right. It's just checking that we weren't missing them. Going to be taking out a dozer here. Denying those forward Gatling cannons, which is nice. Razor maintains his hold over the middle, and Ringo has actually gone for his Lotus.
Yeah, that's the Ringo's Lotus. I assumed cap the oil and...
Red Guard cap the oil.
Red, really?
Pretty sure. I mean, there were 2 Red Guard up there. I don't know. I could be wrong. It might have been Lotus. Depends
like,
if he's got the capture upgrade, but yeah, it would make sense that it was Lotus.
I'm trying to find a Red Guard to click on one, and I can't actually see one, unless they're inside of this bunker.
Yeah. Ringo might have changed his mind, but he did give the indication that he was going for an oil cap due to the 2 Red Guard up there. It is an aerial armada machine with excellent MiG splits. Going to be taking out 2 more of these expensive China Inf vehicles. Carpet Bomb goes down onto the garrison as well, denying the tank hunter presence inside.
It's kind of a weird game because Razor's had that 3 supply the entire time, or for most of the time, but he's just lost so many units and even buildings as well that I want to say it's favoring Ringo because his army is growing in size, where Razor's army just keeps being reset and isn't really going anywhere, especially with that oil derrick, which hasn't been captured by Razor. That being said, though, the late game secondary economy is going to be much more efficient for the China Inf. Neither player going for that one just yet, and we will have the 4th supply as well.
They've been going down. Have we seen the sell-offs of those? Oh, back supplies. A very nicely timed Carpet Bomb coming in there. Perfect play from Razor, and I believe that's how we got the first airfield as well, though we did miss it. Due to the fact the command center is so far to the right-hand side for Razor, it doesn't really have to fly over a large portion of the map, obviously coming from that section, but very nicely timed Carpet Strike.
Okay, this is actually quite risky here, because look how exposed the propaganda center is. The Lotus could cap the oil and then cap that prop center and then maybe even that airfield as well. There are Gatling tanks, but they're a bit far away, and it's actually the Super Lotus as well. So, I think it's Super Lotus.
What is it?
Yeah, Super Lotus. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure, because it said Black Lotus. It doesn't say Super Lotus, so that's weird. But anyway, yeah, Super Lotus can cap buildings very fast. Finally an ECM.
Didn't take too long to hit machine, so yeah. Ringo has worked out where his composition is lacking. The ECM has now turned up.
Is he trying to TNT the ECM? You can't deflect TNT. However, the truck can definitely dodge them.
ECMs also can't crush, apparently, so...
Yeah. There we go.
Right.
Come on, TNT. What a waste.
Disappointing. So, neither of the Lotus have done anything, and considering the large engagement in the middle, that could have been the time to go for it. They're currently chilling on the oil derricks. We see Ringo's finally being active. He has capped the opposite oils, so currently 2 oils in Ringo's favor, and we see the Lotus of Razor moving in. Potentially goes for the propaganda center really close to try and deny more ECMs coming in, or looks for MiGs.
Yeah, I can probably get this. Arty Strike comes through as well. Still no outpost, but there is a Gatling tank. Sells off, loses 1 MiG in the process. Gatling tank actually nearby here, so I probably can't get any more buildings capped. No, going for the prop. We probably can't get it, though. That being said, it is Lotus, so I'm always wrong. No! Wow! For the first time ever in the history of 0 Hour ever, a Super Lotus didn't cap something before the Lotus was sniped.
You never see that. Super Lotus is insane when it comes to capturing. And the tables have turned. Ringo now with 2 forward suppliers, though the one on the left seems a bit redundant considering how mined out it is. Is it even worth? It is worth, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Worth by a little bit.
It's a far travel and it's quite vulnerable, so it's going to be hard to actually make it worth. Lotus gets some catch stolen here. The Assault Troop Caller going to be mopping up this Lotus.
Yeah, she has been denied to have the oil on the left-hand side, still in the favor of Ringo. Probably my favorite thing, what looks really good for Razor here is that Lotus was unable to steal 1,000 cash because Razor wasn't floating 1,000 cash. He was floating 900. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't actually have any cash.
Having good macro is the counter to the cash steal.
I don't think it counts as having good macro if you actually have no income though. Like, you need to be mining as well.
Okay, fair enough, Machine.
And so this is actually a little bit dire here for Razor, but this is a decent push. A lot of minigunners, fair bit of MiGs though as well, but actually lands the missiles there despite being that close. And the Gatling tank mops up. Didn't expect that. There's a few more of these troop crawlers, but there is no income. There's a supply with 0 health, and there's also no trucks either. Oh, Garrison will pick up one of those troop crawlers, but there's still 1 left. It's gonna be a close one. Yeah,
it will be. I mean, had the evacs been a little bit closer, Machine, we could have seen even more work getting done, but everything's just getting mopped up. All these minigunners are going down.
Oh, Nubides. He killed his own Gatling tank there, did Ringo.
Minigunners not well known for their ability to take out buildings, so they are getting started here.
Trucks not well known for their ability to take out minigunners. You can crush Red Guard, sure, but can you crush
Vet 3 minigunners firing red tracer rounds? Not so much. Demolished.
Still, there's 2 MiGs though, but this airfield's incredibly low, and the MiGs are very close as well.
Yeah, so when it comes to a China Inf army, they only have to get through once. Your army only has to be beaten once, and China Inf can just win the game. Just straight up crush their way through the remainder of your army. However, Ringo's doing a good job of holding on here, keeps the 2 MiGs in the air, and they managed to take out the last 2 outposts. So without an airfield, it will end up going down.
That wasn't very well played by Razor. He had both of his outposts together, so the MiGs actually took out both of them in the single shot with the help of that RPG. Especially against the USA. Back to what you were saying, Blake, is that if you get those outposts and those troop crawlers through, you just murder all of those Chinooks, and then all of a sudden your expensive economy goes down, puts the mines on the factory, but he will have that dozer nearby.
Have the opportunity to clean things up. Something of a stalemate. It's really late sells on those back supplies as well. I'm not sure what Razor's been doing, but there's just no reason to keep them up once the supplies have been mined out. The trucks haven't been busy, the supplies haven't been mining. It's Razor just hasn't checked them, obviously.
You want to have one supply because you need the supply to build a factory. That's it. Yeah. And if you have factories, then it's not the end of the world. But it's more that if you then lose your factories to the arty strikes, you want to have one. But yeah, you don't need 2 supplies. You certainly don't need both. Other than that, though, we're going to have Ringo mining, and so is Razor. That RPG, though, should be able to deny this.
Very unsafe working conditions, Machine. Both these trucks are going to be denied. Razor now running low. It's expensive to rebuild those trucks. He doesn't have a forward supply anymore. And still these 2 oil derricks are in the favor of Ringo, even the one on Razor's side of the map.
Wow, I didn't realize that. I forgot. That's actually a lot of income for Ringo.
Yeah, and that should be the game.
Yeah, Razor, what do you even have? He doesn't have much cash. He doesn't have any units. You can't general's point down all of these buildings. Yeah. Maybe it's an EMP, which is my drop.
An EMP. EMP. CC gonna be shut down. So save from timers for the moment.
Next time that EMP bomb comes down, I think I might want to put on my like gunnars just to like, because that was pretty bright, man.
Yeah.
That was like a little bit burning of my eyes.
Certainly is a cool animation. It isn't bright like the sun, but
Wait.
big plays!
Razor has
Big
a
plays!
Lotus.
Big plays!
Now you can sell this though. We actually
Yeah.
tested this. You can sell through EMP.
Yeah.
You can't sell through the microwave tank.
Yeah, you can't.
But he will get these cells off. That is a Super Lotus. There is a Gatling tank. He needs to get this one, denying the outpost, the factory. If he can produce an outpost, that's the dream. He needs detection. Oh man.
Oh, no detection.
I see where this is going, Blake. I see where this is going, and I don't like the looks of it. He has his command center, but he can't actually finish it because
Does Ringo have enough for a Lotus?
he doesn't have his prop center.
Right, no, of course.
So he can't detect.
He can't detect.
Oh my god.
Ah, the no machine. Don't tell me Super Lotus is going to win this game.
I know where this is going,
See,
Blake.
we accidentally BM'd Lotus, man. It's going to be... Is this a cash deal or something? Or...
Oh, actually, he gets a carpet bomb, denies
and
the
dozer!
dozer.
That means no CC.
Ah.
Oh, no, Lotus. No gap. There's a gap there.
The reason
Right.
why I'm wincing is because this is the most frustrating thing to lose to, is when you're really ahead and you're pretty much about to win, and then you lose your entire base to like a Burton or something like a Lotus. It's very frustrating. And it's going to happen right now to Ringo. What can he do? He can build 50 red guard, but he can't kill the Lotus before the Lotus can insta-cap those buildings with that increased capture speed.
This is brutal. See, we made the mistake, Machine. Like I said, we BM'd Super Lotus. We said, haha, you didn't get a cap on something, you got denied by a Gatling, and now Super Lotus is just going to straight up end the game.
Yeah. So, the Lotus wants to get this barracks down. The Gatling tank is on the wrong side. And
No, it doesn't matter.
because he can't cap the command center.
But the scaffold counts as a building and Lotus can't cap it.
Yeah, but Ringo can actually, or rather Razor can just nuke it down with it. Oh, he's capping the command center. He did have the capture upgrade, you were right.
I was
and
right.
now he can't arty strike the scaffold. He actually got the cap on the barracks, so he can produce some units from this and then focus down that command center. He sells off the command
He has to
center.
sell because he doesn't have any units. Why was that truck not there for the crush?
Yeah, big mistake.
Big mistake.
There was the RPG near, well, 2 RPGs, so it probably wouldn't have mattered, but it would have maybe bought some time. And the Lotus...
That's game. In favor of Ringo, he's managed to pull it back. There is no units. Lotus can't cap a scaffold. What is she going to do? She's standing there with a useless laptop in hand.
I mean, she can cap the trucks, but that won't do anything. Cap the oil, that won't do anything.
That won't do anything either.
Okay, there's going to be the truck for the crush. That's actually quite nice here, because now he's going to have to destroy the supplies. Trying to duke with these RPGs, loses one of them. There's only one tank hunter left.
Does Razor have enough for another truck? I doubt it, but...
Actually, he does.
Why is he not producing a truck?
There we go.
Go
There's
truck!
one. The
Truck,
truck
go!
has spawned, and he can TNT this. There we go. Gets the TNT off. He can still build one more truck. There goes the power plant.
He should sell...
No. What can he sell, Blake?
Yeah. But he needs more trucks.
He can build one truck, and
How many-
he's probably building it now.
Yeah. Okay, but how many tank hunters left on the field?
There's 2 there.
Right. That's too many.
There's more in the
There's
bunker.
more in the bunkers. Yeah, that's it. I was gonna say you can sell the prop and build 3 trucks, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
This hero tank hunter can probably just 1v1 the truck anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lotus can't actually cap this command center, so nice play by Ringo. Obviously,
It was.
Ringo, he lost his dozer, but I doubt he would have actually completed the CC. He probably would have just left it there as a scaffold. And GG, I thought it was just going to be Super Lotus just mopping up the entire base, but that is, of course, Ringo's win. That was a weird game, but it was definitely something different, and it was quite nice to see. That's the thing with MiGs, is yes, they are very good, but they are a bit flimsy in the sense of you have to worry about all those general powers taking out your airfields. You have to worry about the Lotus capping your airfields and just units sneaking through. At least in China Mirrors, there aren't many units to sneak through, whereas in GLA, you can have just a random tech terror come through and just blow up your airfield.
And as we saw there, just in terms of Just in terms of breaking camp, MiGs also aren't very good. It's just you don't want to throw MiGs at Gatling cannons. It'll work eventually, but it's going to cost you MiGs, and Razor made the right choice in setting up that third supply, but you see the supplies collected again. This is why we say cap oil derricks and deny them, because despite Razor really outmining Ringo in the middle, the fact that Ringo had 1 oil for a long time and then 2 oils for a considerable period of time really flies ahead in terms of supplies collected.
Yeah, so that was it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the cast, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.